Okay, guys, today we are going to be talking about the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, which was released in 2021. How good is this phone currently? We'll talk about that. This is a very good phone in 2025. I recommend anyone who is looking for a good phone at a lower price to go in for this because you really love it. It's a very great phone. It has great screen, Super AMOLED, brightness is very great, cameras are very great, RAM, basic RAM for this is 12 gigs, I mean 8 gigs, yes, 8 gigs of RAM, 12 gigs of RAM, and 16. So from 8 to 16, you could get either of them depending on the price. So I recommend anyone who wants a good phone on a good deal from Samsung to go for this. So when we go to GSM Arena, this is a 5G phone. It supports 5G. It was released in 2021, January 14th. It's still available for sale and it still supports software update. 2025 will be the last year for its major software update. That is One UI 7 based on Android 15. Yes. Unluckily, I'm not able to receive mine yet. I'm still running Android 14 as you can see. So I'm still waiting for Android 15. So this phone supports a nano SIM. It's a single SIM and an eSIM. There are some in the markets that supports double SIM plus the eSIM. But you could only use two SIMs at a time. If you are using the physical SIM, then we're using the two physical SIMs only. But if you are using the eSIM as well, then that means you'll be using eSIM and physical SIM. You cannot use two physical SIMs and then one eSIM. No, you cannot do that. This phone also supports a S Pen stylus. Yes, but unfortunately, it is not included when you buy it. You need to buy that one too separately. And the phone, as you can see, does not have a place where you insert it. You have to buy a case that has that particular hole separately. Yes. So this phone screen is a dynamic AMOLED 2X 120 Hz. It can dial back to 10 Hz when it is not in use or when it is lying idle. So this display is very good. And this helps in saving the battery too as well. It supports HDR10 plus 1500 nits. It's a 6.8-inch screen with a resolution of 1440 by 3200. That's 20.9 ratio. Always on display. Yes, so as you can see here, it was released with Android 11. Yeah. Yes, so with Android 11, and it supports up to 4 major Android updates. So when we count, that's Android 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So Android 15 will be the last version for this phone. It came in two processors. That is the either the Exynos 2100, that's the 5 nanometers for the international variants, and then the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 5G 5 nanometer for the US and the China market also. So be careful when you are buying, so you will know which one you are buying, because the Snapdragon version actually handles battery performance very well than the Exynos version. Though they are all good phones, it's the same phone, they all work well. So the base storage for this phone is 128 gigabyte. As we all know, there's no physical or external SD card support on this phone anymore. There's no SD card support on the phone anymore. Yes, so the base storage is 128 gig with 8 gigs of RAM, or 128 gig with 12 gigs of RAM. We also have 256 gigs with 12 gigs of RAM. So the 256 gigs starts with 12 gigs of RAM. The 256 gigs, you can also get 16 gigs of RAM out of it. Then we have the 512 gig, which also starts at 12 gigs of RAM. And the same 256 gigs also starts at 16 gigs of RAM. So all these will factor in into your cost. So depending on the amount you are paying, will show what you get, the RAM you get. So the one I'm holding currently is a base model that is 128 gigs of storage. You can see it over here. 128 gigs of storage and then 12 gigs of RAM. So when I enter into the RAM, I have the opportunity to add a RAM plus. So I've added 8 gigs of RAM plus. That is the limit. So 8 plus 12, that should give me 20 gigs. And that is too much. That's way too much. I don't think I need that much RAM, but I have it and I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. So let's go back to GSM Arena. So this phone comes with a 108 megapixel main shooter, that is f1.8, a 10 megapixel f2.4 telephoto camera, a 10 megapixel f4.9, that's the periscope telephoto. Yes, also have 12 megapixel f2.2, that's the ultra wide. So this phone has a far zoom, okay, a 3 times zoom and then a 10 times zoom. So that is the cameras at the back here. This is support for the 3 times zoom and this is for the 10 times zoom. When you zoom in, you get very good pictures. Yes. So the front facing camera is 40 megapixel, that is f2.2. It supports stereo speakers. It uses the earpiece speaker as the secondary speaker as well when playing music or when consuming audio. Yes, and this audio was tuned by AKG. So this is the first phone to support, the first Samsung phone to support the Wi-Fi 6E. Yes, Wi-Fi 6E direct, which is able to capture networks that other phones are not able to capture. The Bluetooth also is 5.2. 5.2. It's a Type C under display ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, and it is very fast. Example, you can see from here, just a tap and the phone is on. Yes, you don't need to waste time. It's very accurate, very fast and reliable all the time. And this phone comes packed with 5000 milliamps power of battery. So it has been on since morning around 6. The time now is 11. And you can see we still have 94% battery inside it. It also supports circle to search. So that is where you tap on something, then you circle it to search for it. It's a very great phone. On the cameras, you can see they are very, very clean. Selfie camera too is very clean as well. So I don't have any downside about this phone. As you can see, to the design was very eye-catching. Samsung owned this design. They changed it along the way, but still this phone still stands out. It's still different from all the other phones from Samsung that you can get currently. Yeah, so this is a very big phone. It's large at 6.8-inch screen. The screen is slightly curved. Yes. So if you don't want a curved screen, please do not go in for this. It's not that curved, just slightly, just a bit curved. A very strong phone for that matter, and it supports good lock, which you can use to customize a lot of things on the phone. You can do more with good lock. Yes, you can select a lot of features to customize your phone and make it more beautiful. So my unit here, I actually replaced the screen. The original screen stopped working, so I had to replace it. And upon replacing it, the screen is very expensive, so I had to go to AliExpress to buy a used screen. You can see top here we have a black spot here and a small black spot here again. But apart from that, the screen works very well. Everything works. Everything is clean. So we are testing the screen here to see if everything works clearly. And as you can see, the whole screen is touching. Yes. And this was from AliExpress, which I changed. Yes, and the phone works. Works perfectly. Now let's talk about audio. How does the audio sound like? Audio sound is very, very good. You might want to listen to that as well.
trendybeats.com. I wanna talk about the things. I wanna talk about the things where I feel. I know they say what I know me. So if I tell you, say I got deep in it. Got me confused. I'm in the mood. I should go watch you.
Yes. So this has a very loud speaker. A very nice phone for that. So go in and get yourself one because I'm enjoying this phone. It never disappoints. Battery is great, camera is great, storage is great, RAM is great, everything inside it is great. And it supports 5G network connectivity. So the right hand side we have the volume rock, the power button, and then the volume rockers. The right hand side there's nothing apart from the network lines, the antenna lines. On top of it we have two noise cancelling microphones at the back, the 4 cameras plus the laser autofocus, and that's all. Bottom we have USB type C, the loudspeaker, and then the SIM tray. I think that's all about it. The phone works seamlessly. Yes, so you can enjoy it as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please please subscribe to the channel and thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day.